Hello, welcome back to Monster Prom. How are we doing tonight, folks? We're here. We're not gonna try after our white whale again. Miranda's pissing me off lately. Let's try to get Scott. Excuse me, I keep bumping my microphone. Trivia fact, presidents don't pass laws. This is a trick question, or are you just being an idiot? First law you pass. Dollar bills include beware too much awesomeness. Deduct taxes by writing sonnets instead. Trivia fact. A radioactive possum just bit you. What superpower did you get? Probably rabies. I'd go to a hospital immediately. Super smart. What would be a killer accessory? A fabulous prize purse made from the skin of your worst enemy. A necklace with your own name, in case you forget. That's a very Scott thing to answer, which is why we're choosing it. Oh. Alright. Our smarts, looking good. Everything else, not so much. Well, let's do fun. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there were like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain 2 fun. You notice Scott and Damien are waving their phones in each other's faces, and you decide to take a look. As you get closer, you realize they're discussing Pokemon's Go, the mobile game based on the hit television show Pocket Humans.
You bet your ass I do! And check it out! His fiscal responsibility stat is at 11. He's a fucking beast at doing his taxes.
I heard he's lactose intolerant, though.
Haha, yeah! I feed him nothing but cheese pizza to fuck with him. He hates it.
That's not very nice. I'm super nice to my Leslie Dunbar.
Fuck you! You've got Leslie Dunbar? The queen of insurance liability management?
Yeah, I had to trade 2 mini Babcocks and a Jared Fogle to get her, but it was so worth it. That's nothing. You've got a Pokemon so rare that it'll send them both into shock. You whip out your phone and show them your Winslow Jibs, fiscal responsibility 14, armor class 20, loving owner of a speedboat and several dogs. Winslow Jibs. Winslow Jibs? Winslow Jibs? Yes, Winslow Jibs. I thought I changed my pronoun to they. Damn Winslow Jibs.
What's so great about Winslow Jibs? He looks like a tool.
I don't know. I just feel like he really gets me, you know? Bruh, I will trade you all my lawyer-type Pokemons for that Winslow. And an Ultra Briefcase. Or we could make some other kind of arrangement. Wink.
Did you just say wink?
Damien's trying to look unimpressed, but you can tell he's never seen such a fine Pokemon before. And Scott looks clearly impressed. Score, you gain 2 fun and 1 charm. Alright. We're gonna bang this dog. That's not a sentence I wanted to say very much, but we said it, and here we are. So we're gonna go talk with the Wolfpack, Damien, and Scott. You find Scott and Damien immersed in their favorite mobile game, Pokemon's Go, based on the classic Pocket Humans.
My Reginald Bosworth uses tax income audit.
Oh no, my Lindsay Roberts never saves receipts. It's super effective.
Ha! And now for the finishing blow. Wait, what? Reginald contracted lymphoma? Reginald's lymphoma deals 500 physical damage to him and 999 emotional damage to him and his loved ones.
Whoa, I win again. Why are all your Pokemon so unhealthy, Damien?
Because I make them all smoke cigarettes and live next to toxic waste dumps, obviously.
Maybe you should stop that.
Where's the fun in that? Let's have another match!
Where are you nerds? What are you 2 nerds doing? Nerding around? Nerd up, nerds!
Whoa, Scott, is that you? We didn't recognize you under all that nerdery. What are you doing playing a dumb video game for stupid babies? But Pokemon's isn't dumb. It's cool because...
No way Scott is gonna come up with anything. But if you do, maybe you can score some points with Scott or Damien. Show them that a phone is equipped with Pokemon's Go can also be used as a football. Say nothing. Pelt them with steamed vegetables. Football.
No way. I didn't even know that was a feature of Pokemon's Go.
It's not. They're just going to grab someone's phone and...
You snatch Damien's phone, heft it in one hand, and fling it across the cafeteria.
Hey! My phone! What the dick was that for?
Yay, someone threw something. I'll get it.
Whoa, bro, check out the perfect spiral on that throw.
It's a technique that's technique right there.
Let's all install Pokemons on our phone right now, and then throw our phones at each other. The Wolfpack bound off to play full contact phone tag. Scott soon returns with Damien's phone in his mouth. Damien's phone is pretty much destroyed, but Scott is so happy to be playing fetch with you. Aww. Oh. Let's see. Boldness and creativity are both low. Cat is in the bathroom, so we can't do boldness. Auditorium for the creativity. That day, while rehearsing the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school plays standards. You gain 2 creativity. You see hordes of your classmates running away from Vera and Scott. They're all screaming, "Spoilers!" Have you seen the latest episode of Detective Wereweasel? Wereweasel finally exposed the cartel's entire operation.
I did. It was so exciting, I peed on Grandma's carpet.
I know, right? And the cartel's organizational structure is so cool. I took so many notes.
But last night was the last episode. I was so sad, I peed on Grandma's carpet.
Well, why don't we start our own TV show? We'll make it better than Wereweasel.
Better than Wereweasel? Is that even possible?
We're the perfect team. I have money, and you're the gullible target audience. Gorgana Film Studios requires your ideas.
Scott Gorgana Film Studios?
We'll talk about that later. Right now, I need ideas. When the Mafia threatens to close his gym, an ugly-ass Nosferatu must expose the Syndicate to save the only place that lets him do his reps. Chile, 1985. When Pinochet floods the market with black cocaine, a courageous drug dealer becomes the private eye to blackmail Pinochet and save her coke labs. The reps.
His gem? How could they do that to him? Nosferatus across the globe are struggling to get swole.
Would you say that this is a sensitive issue for your demographic?
Gym is always a sensitive issue.
Good. I can sell the shit out of sensitive.
Finally, the world will understand the struggles of buff Nosferatus everywhere. Hooray!
Vero writes a pilot and hires vampire bodybuilder Vlad the Jim Paler. That's good. To play the leading role. You gain 3 money as an advance for your creative work. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Cat's in the class. Silver spoon. That's the joke I make literally every time. We'll go to the bathrooms. We need to get our boldness up. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give Sorry, I just couldn't remember if I was recording. You give 0 shits, but you gain 2 boldness. Heck yeah, brother. You find Scott standing outside a locked stall holding a pair of pom-poms. The stiletto heels inside the stall look like Vera's. This can't be good.
Oh, good, you're here. Help me cheer on Vera. She needs moral support.
You hear Vera and yelling inside the stall. What I need is privacy, you inbred wolfhound.
Don't mind her. She's just being shy because she's putting in her tampon and she doesn't want anyone to know.
Hey! Vera yells.
I can tell she's having a bad day. When I'm having a bad day, the cheerleaders always pep me up, so I want to do the same for Vera. It's not working though. I must be doing something wrong, but I don't know what. Do you have any ideas?
Vera makes it pretty clear that she's got some ideas about what Scott should do. You have some ideas too. Ideas that might just make everyone happy. Cheerleading is for poor people. Run and get her a gift to cheer her up, quick. I see the problem. You're inside the bathroom, and cheerleaders only cheer outside of bathrooms. Let's run and get her a gift.
Oh, duh! Of course! No need to run out for a gift though. I have something right here.
Scott reaches under the door of the stall and gives Vera
a delicious ice cream cone. That ought to cheer her up.
Scott squats there with his hand in Vera's stall, waiting for her to take the ice cream cone. You can hear her muttering, "This is the most ludicrous invasion of my privacy since is that Rocky Road."
She took it. She took the ice cream cone. Ice cream is always the right choice.
Scott produces 2 more ice cream cones for the 2 of you. You decide not to ask where he keeps getting them from. You gain 2 charm and 1 creativity. Alright. We got our stats rising. Liam and Scott. You find Liam taking a picture of his food and Scott taking a picture of also Liam's food? Yes, Scott, snap away. My artistic plating is too magnificent to ignore.
Artistic what? I'm playing Pokemon's Go, the mobile version of the hit Pocket Humans video game.
What do Pocket Mans have to do with my food pick?
There's a level 43 Bernard Henson hanging out in the middle of your plate. Here, take a look.
Scott, why does your phone show a tiny human doing pottery on top of my eggplant ravioli?
You mean you don't know Bernard Henson? He used to be a chartered accountant, but now he's decided to pursue his dream of being a world-famous potter. That major life change has made him super rare. Pocket humans almost never follow their dreams.
Well, I don't care how rare he is. His presence is spoiling my pristine food pick.
Spoiling it? But pocket humans are way cooler than a boring old food pick.
You take that back! Uh-oh, tempers are running a little high. Looks like it's up to you to settle this dispute. Scott's right, Liam. Why take a normal cliched food pick when you could take a food pick of Scott capturing a Pokemon off your food pick? Scott, look over there. There's a Stuart Hogarth on top of that pile of mashed potatoes. Scott's right. Good lord, you're right. The layers of irony are practically infinite. Go ahead, Scott. Capture your Pokemon.
Okay, here I go.
Wait, what are you doing? Stop molesting my pasta.
I'm not trying to grab your pasta, bro. I'm trying to grab Bernard Henson, but he's too slippery.
You imbecile. Bernard Henson isn't actually on top of my ravioli. He's an image projected by your phone.
Are you sure? He seems so real. Let me just try to grab him a few more times.
No, my artfully arranged pasta pockets are in disarray. You fiend! Liam chases you and Scott away so he can rebuild his artful pasta arrangement. You bond with Scott by teaching him how to actually play Pokemon's Go. Alright, we need more boldness. That day you visit the bathrooms to take a number 2. Don't worry, there won't be an illustration of that specific moment. The thing is, you make one of the boldest decisions in your life. You don't put paper on the toilet seat before using it. Look at you, you crazy bastard! You gain +2 boldness and probably +1 staphylococcus with a slight chance of +1 STD. Nice. There you are, swiping through potential monster match dates, when you spot Scott pacing and muttering to himself in distress. You can't bear to see someone so adorable in so much pain, so you might as well try to ease it however you can.
Oh, hi there, Yellow. Do you think I'm adorable?
Yes, in fact, you were literally just thinking that.
Anyway, the other day, I was out in the forest trying to find a quiet place in a large branch to do some pull-ups before the big sports game, when suddenly I was approached by all these talking forest animals. They were pretty big for forest animals, and I'd never seen animals that can talk like that. I mean, other than us werewolves, so if you're counting us as animals. And they were just so fuzzy and adorable. But they said they were impressed by my pull-ups and my muscles, and that I was even more adorable. So the nice little forest animals with giant heads made me their king, which was really, really flattering. I just don't know anything about ruling. I'm not sure if I'm good enough to be a king.
Aw, poor Scott. It's time you help him rally. Scott, a good king is a strong ruler.
Physically strong!
If you can do 100 push-ups, you can be a good king for sure. True royalty has been inside you all along. Why else would your eyes be royal blue? That's charming. I don't know. Physically strong. Bold, okay.
Strong? But I'm strong! When I heard strong leader before, I didn't know it meant actual normal strong like Scott strong. I could do 100 push-ups. I could do 200 push-ups. That's double the amount, right? Does that mean I could be a double king? What could that even mean? Does that mean I get some super king powers like flying and mind control?
You're not even sure what the logical foundation for that guess was.
Or even better, I might get a tiny crown on top of my regular-sized crown. What a luxury.
Blessed be the day you come to understand Scott's train of thought.
Well, daydreaming about my king powers and tiny crowns before doing the 200 push-ups is a bit arrogant of me. I can always ask the furries later. Furries is what I've decided to call those giant talking ant forest animals for short.
Oh no. Wait a minute.
Thanks for helping me get my confidence back, Yellow. You should come meet my furry friends sometime.
Well, you've always wanted to hang out with Scott. Not too sure about these circumstances. But it's better than not hanging out at all. You gain 2 fun and 1 charm. Alright. Or spicy. Cats in the auditorium, so we can't do creativity. Let's do boldness again. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. While in the bathroom, you tell yourself in the mirror that you're so bold you would kill a tiny big-eyed turtle with your bare hands. That monstrous act would instantly give you plus 500 boldness. But come on, you're just talking to yourself in the mirror. What's the merit of that? You know what? You could keep 2 boldness anyway for saying that to yourself out loud. You will hear an almost dog-like whimpering and go to see what sort of poor animal is in pain. The answer is Scott, who is cross-eyed with concentration. He yelps and snaps out of it.
Oh, bro. Thank goodness you're here. I was trying to think all by myself, and it was really hard, you know? See, I know I'm the best at exercising. I'm the exercise master, the exercise lord, the exorcist. But I've never tried exercising my brain, and in a way, the brain is almost a part of the body too, you know? It's sort of 3 in 1, because it'll make me better at exorcism, and being smarter will keep me from getting bad grades and kicked off sports team.
That wasn't 3 things, or 1 thing, but you still have some ideas. Books are like weights for your brain. Heavier weights are better, so you just need to lift really heavy books. Let's brainstorm. By which I mean, let's make a literal storm inside your brain. Let's lift some heavy books.
Oh, that makes total sense. Everyone always talks about how people who read big books must be really smart. So if I bench press big books, then my smarts will become strong. And people will say, do you even lift? And I'll say, yeah, books. And then when I get really smart, I can rip phone books in half. Those have tons of words and numbers, so they should be like books for super smart people.
Finally, a use for all those phone books that nobody uses anymore. You gain 2 creativity and 1 smarts. Alright, Scott and Polly. You approach Scott and Polly's table to find them crouched behind a pile of jelly desserts, plotting.
Think bros if you're here, bro. Come on, join our huddle.
Maybe you're curious about our huge pile of jelly jam gelatinous dessert cups. Well, wonder no more. We're going for the jelly prize.
Yeah, and we're gonna win it. If we collect the foil cover of 100 jelly desserts, we will be the lucky winners of...
1 free jelly dessert. Ah!
But right now we're stuck. We've only got 99. That means we need...
One more, Scott. We need one more.
We need one more.
You'd give them your jelly dessert, but you already threw it at a bird person you hate. Guess you've got to make a choice. Steal the final jelly dessert from the jelly dessert factory. Make like a puppy dog and beg. All things are sweeter when achieved through pity. Begging? What? I never beg, except in intricately choreographed erotic scenarios. Is this an intricately choreographed erotic scenario?
No, even better. This is gazing sadly at people until they give us food.
You happily follow Scott around the cafeteria, whimpering at people for their jelly desserts. Polly just eats the stockpile jelly desserts while you're busy begging. Also, no one is willing to give you any jelly desserts. But that doesn't matter. As the saying goes, begging is its own reward. And that and the quality time you get to spend with Scott. That's also a reward. Oh my gosh. Let's do some creativity. That day, while rehearsing for the class... Also, Scott looks hilarious in his tree costume. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you aren't especially good nor inspired. For once, it seems you aren't getting the classic creativity boost from the auditorium. But afterwards, while talking to your classmates, you're having trouble conveying your point in a discussion, so you decide to convey it through music. You start singing, and suddenly everyone else joins you in a kick-ass musical number. It's so amazing that the people with whom you were arguing totally get your point and change their minds once the song is over. You gain 2 creativity. You're practicing your very best monster mash when you hear the sounds of an argument, which is so strange in these sacred hallowed halls of education. Oh, JK, can you imagine?
YOLO! They made me their king, and they deserve the bestest, most wonderful king there ever was. And I'm gonna work as hard as I can to be that king, no matter what it takes.
Scott, you realize they're not cute little baby animals in need of a king, right? They're furries.
I know they're furry, Vera. I'm the one who told you that.
No, Scott. They're furries. It's a kink.
Yes, Vera. There are many kinks in my plan. That is why I need to work them out to be the best ruler.
Forget it. Excuse me, did you say you need help being a good ruler? I know all about that. Being a king is easy, as Daddy always says. Only live peasants can stage a rebellion.
Oh, Miranda, I'm not really sure.
Fear is your most important weapon. Your second most important weapon is actual weapons. Torture soup spoons, razor teacups, a knife on fire, you know the usual.
I don't know, Miranda. I appreciate the advice, but I don't think that's the kind of king that I want to be.
Nonsense. I'll go get you the butter knife shuriken right now.
It just seems so unnecessary. There must be a better, kinder way to rule. Right, Yellow? I want them to have a happy time under Scott the First. They've been so nice to me. They've written me beautiful songs, which are about my adventures, but most of them are the sort of things I have definitely not done. And they made amazing drawings of me, which are very generous in their proportions. I just think they deserve the best leader.
Normal rulers make their subjects pay taxes, but what if you pay taxes to them?
Flag time!
You can't rule a kingdom with no flag. Without a flag, it would just be a bunch of flagless people. Let's make them pay taxes to you, or you pay taxes to them.
Paying taxes to my furries? Sure, that makes perfect sense. If our president paid us a tax for leading us, I would definitely love that president.
Unfortunately, you were both super poor, so you spend some time creating what you call Scott Super Fun Furry Dollars. Scott leaves all excited with some of your money. As your elders always say, any problem can be solved by giving away money to strangers. Later, you stumble on Scott again. He seems not so happy.
There you are, Yellow. Your plan went terribly. We created so many Scott Super Fun Furry dollars that the currency got super devalued. That led to lots of uncertainty about the kingdom's economic environment, causing demotivation for foreign investments. With the economy struggling that much, stress peaked and the furries, once joyful creatures, have stopped creating their beautiful and often NSFW art. And it turns out that beautiful and often NSFW art was, I said fart, was the nation's strongest export. Now we're falling into debt, and leading economists to foretell at least 5 years of recession and a negative political climate. Damn the day we created those silly Scott Super Fun Furry dollars. It was the demise of my kingdom. I should have never trusted a high schooler in matters of national politics and economics. I was a fool.
Scott leaves, sad with the burden of rescuing the economy of a country. Wait, is it really a country at just 21 years old? Doing that to a friend and potential lover is definitely not cool. You lose 2 smarts and 1 fun. Could have been worse. We can always make 1 mistake. I'm okay with making a mistake or 2. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. Nearby, you can see Scott and the wolf pack talking. Scott, we have the greatest power drink to date. Check this out, bro.
Oh, I love power drinks.
But wait, this new cutting-edge sports supplement is like no other before. There's no need to mix it with a beverage. You can consume it using only your nose. It's called Coca-Ain. Yeah, Coca-Ain.
Whoa, that totally doesn't sound like your regular power drink. Which definitely means it's cutting edge, just like you said.
Yeah. It's like 50% energy drink, 50% protein powder, and 100% raw power. God damn it with these crazy pranks, but before you can do anything, Scott has snorted all the coke. Warg! He's gone in full wolf mode. Now he's basically unleashed and is destroying everything he sees. You need to do something to calm him down. But what? Using your vast knowledge of aromatherapy, you give him some lavender-scented cocaine to neutralize the regular scented cocaine and help him relax a bit. We are smart. We have a flashy fidget spinner. We're creative, apparently. Lucky you. You always carry some lavender-scented cocaine on you for these specific situations. No one can say you're unprepared. Since Wolf Scott seems to be everything but responsive, you just throw a cloud of coke at his head and hope for the best. He quickly becomes sleepy, and he finally ends up snoring in your lap. Being so relaxing and herbal, lavender-scented cocaine would be quite a recommendable product if it wasn't, cocaine. Anyway, you get to pet Sleepy Wolf Scott, which is great. You gain 2 smarts and 1 fun. Alright, our stats are doing alright. Maybe we should do some money. Scott and Liam. You take your seat between the strongest and smartest men you know. Liam appears to be taking a very intense picture of some bizarre-looking food. Scott is looking about as confused as you are currently.
But Liam, food is delicious. It's for eating. That's why they call it lunchtime.
Neither of those statements is wrong, but they also aren't quite connected. Scott, if I had the capacity to eat, I assure you, I would still ignore the actual content of the food in favor of finding the perfect combination for a flawless Instagram post.
Oh, I see. You're going to post a picture to advertise the food to people who can actually eat it. You're so smart. I'll be happy to eat your food for you.
I'm afraid your palate is just way too unsophisticated to appreciate all these rare Japanese delicacies.
Oh, they're Japanese? Do you have any Scott snacks?
Scott snack. You know what? Fine. I've taken all the pictures I need. Eat whatever you want.
Thanks, Liam. Oh, they all look so yummy. I don't know where to start. Yellow, any ideas?
Maybe your choice of snack can get one of these boys to want to snack on you, in an innuendo way, not literally. Obviously, the lychee flew, so that's the Liam answer. Go for the brightly colored bag of meat biscuits that somehow has an anime drawing of Scott's face on it that says Scott Snacks.
Yeah, you do have Scott snacks.
Scott Snacks? What does that mean? How is this possible? Why is your face on an obscure Japanese biscuit brand? Is that really you?
Oh yeah, totally. There was this one time where I was, well, actually it was the full moon, so I'm not really sure exactly what happened, but somehow I ended up hanging out with these really cool Japanese businessmen the whole evening.
But how? What even?
Yeah, I guess they saw me practicing a few sports moves, and they saw how strong and fast I was, and they wanted to show how their meat treats are strong and fast. So they asked if they could use me as their new mascot, and I said, of course. And then the Scott Snacks became a hit, and now I'm kind of famous in Japan. Thanks for pointing out the Scott Snacks to me, Yellow. It's nice to know you want to see my face. I want to see yours, too.
How is he so muscular and so adorable at the same time? Maybe one day you can put your faces together. Aw, romance. Am I right? Let's do the library. Let's get some money. That day you spent some time on the library's PCs, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose 10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares, and you gain 2 money. Later, you see Scott all but skipping down the corridor, cheerily rattling off some sort of list.
Hi, pal. Oh man, today is the best. I was walking out of class and my tail just started wagging all of a sudden. You know how sometimes your tail starts wagging and you're not sure why? I started wondering what my tail might be so happy about, and I realized it's probably because I'm a werewolf. Because being a werewolf is just about the best thing, right? I mean, if I wasn't a werewolf, I wouldn't even have a tail to wag. But then I started thinking even more, and I realized where everything's would be pretty good. Where dolphins, where pigs, where weasels, where tanks. I wonder what the absolute best were creature would be. Where vending machines, where water fountain, where door, where window, where knob, where floor.
Okay, now he's just naming things he can see. You'd better jump in. A were moon. A were werewolf. Yes.
A werewolf.
Not so creative.
But when it comes to being a werewolf is the best thing. I know they say too much of a good thing is a great thing.
They don't.
But this might be an acceptance that proves the rule.
They don't say that either.
I mean, why would being a werewolf mean... Would being a werewolf mean cutting my werewolf time in half? Like, would the full moon turn me into a werewolf, and then I'd have to wait for another full moon to turn me into a wolf? I don't want that. I don't want to lose any wolf time.
He asked what besides a wolf could be were, and you said a werewolf. It's only fair that you lose 2 creativity and 1 smarts. I think a werewolf would be funny. Just turns into some guy. Alright. Where are we going? We're low on creativity. Let's do some creativity. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you can't help but feel that you're not as good as the role requires you to be. There doesn't seem to be any ordinary way of getting yourself there, but there might be an extraordinary way. You summon the devil, one of many, and make a deal to enhance your creativity just a bit. You gain 2 creativity, you also lose 3 years of your life as the end of the deal, but who cares, they weren't happening in-game anyway. It's almost time for football practice, but you see Scott without his uniform on, looking sadder than you've ever seen him.
I just can't believe it, bro. Coach kicked me off the team. It's not fair. How was I supposed to know that new cocaine powder contained cocaine? But rules are rules, and apparently doing a bunch of cocaine is against those rules. What am I gonna do, bro? Sports is my life. A life without sports is like a life without life. Please, bro, help me figure out a way to get back on the team.
You'd love to help. The only question is, how? Spike the punch with Coke on prom night. If the whole team's on Coke, Coach will have to let you play. All you've got to do is convince Coach that cocaine is a good thing. A little hands-on demonstration wouldn't hurt. Yes.
But then, everyone will be kicked off the team. Even the people who aren't on the team. As bad as it hurts to not be on the team, I don't want to make anyone else feel that. Especially those people who have never played any sports. Can you imagine being kicked off the team before you even got a chance to play? Nah, it's just like Coach says. Everyone deserves a chance at sports. From the tiniest baby to the largest, hairiest baby. Sorry, bro, but two wrongs don't make a right. They make a wrong wrong.
Dang, you were really looking forward to getting the whole school high on Coke. Instead, your lack of ethics causes you to lose 2 smarts and 1 fun. Don't look now, but I think we're about to fail a Scott. As you approach the table, you see Vera delicately lifting a fork full of quinoa to her mouth. She brings lunch from home. When...
Fork, food, fork, 6, 8. Who do we deliciate? Eating, yay, eating!
Scott, what on earth are you doing?
I'm cheerleading you to help you be the best eater in the whole school.
And what caused this obsession with cheerleading me through mundane activities that require no cheerleading?
Everything requires cheerleading, silly. That's why we have cheerleaders for our cheerleaders. But I can see that my cheerleading's not working. You haven't eaten anything yet.
That's because you keep startling me with your damn cheerleading. I can't eat when I'm startled.
No, that can't be it. I must not be cheerleading hard enough. Hey, friend, maybe you can help me.
You shouldn't be cheering for Vera to eat the food. You should be cheering for the food to get eaten by Vera in the walk-in freezer. The problem is obviously that we aren't dressed up as a giant salad.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. I mean, sports cheerleaders dress like giant steaks and drumsticks all the time. Or maybe that's just how they look when I'm really hungry. Whatever. Let's dress up.
Luckily, the school keeps some giant vegetable costumes in the auditorium for health presentations, so you snag them and start cheerleading.
Beats, aggressive. Eat beets, aggressive.
There aren't even any beets in this salad. It's just quinoa and the tears of my enemies. Vera's pissed, but she does eat her salad really fast, so you'll leave her alone. Hooray for cheerleading! Oh boy. We're low on fun and we're low on smarts. Let's do some smarts. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity of this high school. You gain 2 smarts. Today in Monster Math, it's Scott's turn to stand at the board and solve the equations. You'd think he would have prepared for this, but as he passes your seat, he whispers,
Bro, help me out, bro. I spent all week doing sit-ups, and I didn't study at all. Just signal me the right answer somehow. Please, I'll eat your homework for you next time you need an excuse.
Before you can answer, Scott's up at the board, looking awkward as hell with the chalk in his hand. What's your plan? Signal Scott using semaphore. Write the correct answer somewhere no one would expect. Your butt. Semaphore. You bust out your colored semaphore flags that you always carry in case of maritime emergencies. The teacher ignores you, frantically waving flags at the back of the room. She already knows that you're a weirdo. Luckily for you, Scott is fluent in semaphore because of that one time he ate a sea captain. After class, he pats you on the back so hard you think your teeth are gonna come out.
Thanks, bro. That's one flag I'm glad to have thrown on my play.
You assume that's a sports joke. Hilarious! You gain 2 fun and 1 creativity. Alright, baby, we're back in it.
Week 6 morning. Let's go to class. Oh, no. We can't go to class. Yeah, frickin' so-and-so. Let's go to the bathrooms.
That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. On the way there, you run into Mamimi the Oniguro. She offers you some of her weird Japanese energy drink. You take a sip. It tastes crazy as hell. You need to check the contents of this shit. Guarana seed extract, benzoic acid, 50 milligrams of caffeine, and 100 milligrams of boldness? Well, it wasn't bad at all. You gain 2 boldness, thank Mamimi, and proceed to the bathrooms. There's a giant commotion outside, or a great commotion in the bathroom, as there usually is in the school's coolest hangout. You see Miranda, Liam, and Scott all crowded around the mirror.
Oh, right over there. Right there. You see that spot right there?
Don't poke me, Scott. And no, I don't see. That's the whole point. Vampire, remember? No reflection. How horrid it must be not to gaze upon your reflection for hours and hours each day. I have servants whose job it is to hold up mirrors for me, and then a second set of servants who hold up their arms so they don't get tired.
Oh, good point. Liam, maybe you need servants. I could be your servant for the day. I could hold your mirror real good.
It doesn't matter who would be holding the mirror. I won't have a reflection. All I want to do is see the spot where I'm considering putting a double helix, triple gauge, ray of fault, chimera scale, cheek piercing. It needs to be at least half a centimeter left and 3 centimeters down from where anyone else would pierce their cheek. You don't need a mirror for that. I can pierce it for you right now. You trust me, right? Right? Anyway, there must be some way to inspect a potential spot even sans reflection. Surgically remove Liam's face so he can see it for himself. Use found materials to create a perfect replica of Liam. That's a creative answer. Let's do it. Well, I do love avant-garde art. And I love arts and crafts in general. Daddy still has my peasant skull mosaic from the 3rd grade on his fridge.
Let's do it. Go team art!
Scott rips off a metal bar off the wall and begins to bend it in a vaguely humanoid form. Miranda inserts an absurd amount of gold into the tampon machine and uses her supply to get to work replicating Liam's outfit. Before too long, you have all created a remarkable likeness out of toilet paper, pads, paper towels, metal, and soap. What are you doing, dog? Are you having trouble? My dog is under my desk. Having trouble, huh? It is a very good-looking figure, I must admit. So the piercing would be right about here, or here, or no piercing. Best not to mess with perfection. But it is good to see my own form nonetheless. And you all, well, you made yourselves pretty useful.
Love you too, little buddy.
Aw, friends. You gain 2 charm and 1 creativity, and probably could open a sculptural business with Miranda and Scott. Alright, Miranda and Scott. You arrive at Scott and Miranda's table to find Scott happily chowing down while Miranda stares horrified at her tray.
What's wrong, Miranda?
Isn't it obvious? Right here on my tray. Fish sticks.
Yeah, Fish Stick Fridays. Isn't it great?
It's not great, Scott. The fish are my subjects. This is clearly the work of the air people.
Air people?
Yes, do you not know of the air people? The merfolk's most hated rivals. Don't you read the news?
Yeah, sure. Because I totally know how to read.
What? Well, I must insist that you cease eating those fish sticks immediately. It's high treason.
Oh, but I've been looking forward to Fish Stick Friday since last Fish Stick Friday. Are you sure I can't eat any?
He's asking Miranda while holding a fish stick really close to his mouth, but you feel like you've got a better answer to settle this argument. You blurt out, "Haven't you heard, Scott? Fish sticks make you worse at sports. They contain ball dropping all and neuroflavin. fish sticks contain absolutely no fish. It's all garden snails and food-grade plastic. Scott can eat as many as he wants.
See, Miranda? There's nothing wrong with fish sticks at all. They're good and good for you.
I suppose you're right. Perhaps this is not the air people plot I suspected after all. Though I am disappointed that so much plastic is being used in fish sticks rather than plastic drink rings to catch birds with.
Don't forget about the snails. There's snails in it too.
I would much rather forget about the snails, thank you.
Does this mean you still don't want your fish sticks? Can I have them? Can I?
Very well, you may partake. I'm not sure where my eating source have gone off to in any case. As you watch Scott trout down on his artificial fish fingers, you decide that both he and Miranda have weird relationships with food. Scott gives you a thumbs up while still munching some of those fish fingers. Week 6 evening. Alright, let's go to class. That day you were astonished by some new stuff you learned in class. You thought high school was all about doing stupid shit with your friends and trying to find true love. Who would have thought that class would actually be useful? What a surprise. You gain 1 valuable lesson, good luck trying to use that within the game, and 2 smarts. Scott catches up with you afterwards, panting with excitement.
Hey bro, I was just thinking about how much I like you and want to share all my favorite things with you. I thought about sharing my bones with you, but I don't think I remember where I buried any of them. Then I thought, maybe we could go out peeing together, but peeing on each other's territory would be wrong. And I don't know how to share the moon, or even where it is right now. So I guess that just leaves my 2 favorite things in the whole world, cheerleading and sports. And since you're not on the sports team, cheerleading it is. Let's cheer together, bro. What's that? You want to know what we're cheering for? Well, I thought I'd leave that up to you. What should we cheer, bro?
We should cheer for the working class. Nothing will aid the rise of the proletariat like a hearty cheer. We should cheer for each other, because friendship is the greatest sport of all.
Hey, you're right. Friendship is the greatest sport of all. I mean, I was asking you to cheerlead with me because I was romantically interested in you, but you know what? Never mind. Oh, crap! Being friends is way more important than that. Thanks for reminding me. Instead of making out later, we should totally go to the petting zoo. I love petting animals with friends. We could stop on the way so I could take back this edible underwear I brought to use with you. Oh, god damn it! No need. Now that we're such good friends.
If Scott says friends one more time, you'll literally tear your own heart out and eat it. Right now, that only feels like what's happening. You lose 2 boldness and 1 smarts. We can try, but I'm not expecting greatness. Finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to Monster Prom with you.
Prom? Sure. Oh, we did it! Sure, why not? It sounds funny. There'll be so much hard partying that it'll count as a workout.
Prom night was rad. You danced all night, and most of Scott's dance moves were basically workouts, so you end up utterly exhausted. It wasn't your idea to get all sweaty with Scott, but you're definitely getting closer. Rude dog, opening doors.
But it's okay, we got Scott!
Let's go! I was not expecting that. I expected a fail. Alright. Well, that was pretty hype. That was pretty good. I'm pleased. I'm pleased with us. We did it. Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Damien and Scott teamed up and took second in a national Pokemon tag tournament. The crowd was amazed. Their Pokemon team did taxes as if there were no tomorrow. It was a thing of beauty. Liam started an iconoclastic band that broke all conventions. Their latest album has been a hit. It has no songs at all. The album is actually just a banana set on fire. And be sure, Liam doesn't care if you get it. Miranda started a non-profit to help countries without a monarchy, because all countries should have the right to be graciously ruled by the Mer Kingdom. For those 6 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start! Let's go! we've got 5. 5 of the 6 romance options. Presumably you can romance other people too, but I don't know about that. I don't know. So, I think this series is gonna continue until I get all 6 romance options, whether they're secret endings or not. And then maybe I'll continue with short games rather than full games, just because these are long and take a lot out of me. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please click the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already. Both those things help me out a great deal, cost you virtually nothing, and make me feel good. So really, it's a win-win on everybody's parts. Leave comments. Tell me how I'm doing. I want to know. I really want to know. Give me some constructive criticism, bro. Sorry, I'm in Scott mode. Anyway, with all that said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!